Got a lot to get to, so I'm going to start right now.
I suppose it's not going to stop, so guess what? Neither am I. This weirdo, Candace Owens, of course, posted this a couple hours ago, I guess before her live show. Today's episode will be positively explosive. Yeah, right. Okay. Might even free a young man who is being wrongly framed for the murder of Charlie Kirk. Note the people who sold you Fed slop, that's one of her favorite terms, they are going to have a terrible, terrible week. What is she going to do? What is she going to do? Come from her little list of 10,000 things that she nitpicks about concerning Charlie Kirk since he was assassinated on live TV by Tyler Robinson? Dude, you're a psycho, okay? You're a psycho. You're just a psychotic black female. I know what you are. I know you're kind. I've been around you. I know what you are. You're not going to let it go until you are forced to let it go. Okay? That's the only way. Now, anybody who is still watching her at this juncture, why? Why are you doing this? Why? She is not a detective. She has never been a detective. She's not a police officer. She is not a federal employee. She talks about intel and the Mossad and the Jews and the Jews and the Jews. But she's literally the one who went on a family trip to Russia. Because that's common. Not, Yellowstone National Park or any of the beautiful places right here in the United States. No, she took her 9,000 kids that she has with this Englishman that she would have never met if it wasn't for Donald Trump and the contacts that she was able to make through TPUSA, the ones that she is antagonizing at this point. How would you have met your British husband? When I first saw her in like 2016 on YouTube, she had like 400 followers. Overnight, she just got elevated, blew up like a rap star. How'd that happen, Candace? You want to keep accusing people of shit. Wait till they dig them skeletons out of your damn closet. Spare me. Anyway, nothing is going to be productive about what she's saying. She strings people along like a...
Hey, Colin, did you hear about the two Reform Party and the other one combining? I'm going to do a clip on that. I'm going to do a clip on the two parties going together so that they can beat the left there. How soon is your elections? It sounds like it's happening soon.
Bad date. Every day they sit there and they watch this shit with her sanctimonious resting bitch face look, telling you that she's the only one who can solve the mystery of who assassinated Charlie Kirk. Like she cares about Charlie Kirk. She doesn't, because if she did, she would not be antagonizing his wife and his family. Literally, I know what's wrong with you. I'm not even going to ask. You're a psycho. Okay? And what's more psychotic is those who still defend her. Those that I used to watch and listen to and appreciate their opinion and editorials. And now they've gone off the deep end with this psycho. This adds no value. We are literally fighting the forces of the demons of hell. The DSA has published their intent to burn this country to the ground. Have you seen that loser being interviewed and what they plan to do to this country? So while Candace Owens and all these other shitcasters have you focused on Charlie Kirk, the authorities are handling this. The investigation is being handled. She doesn't know what's going on in the background. She claims to have all these White House sources and sources and sources. Bitch, shut up. Nobody talks to you. You treat people terribly. Nobody wants to deal
I have myself muted. I just have a lot to get to. I started 3 minutes early.
With you. You're worse than Kamala. Ugh. But she's not black. It's the only difference.
Yeah, did you hear the two parties combining there, Colin?
You're both psychotic.
Restore and
Nobody
reform.
Cares about this shit. Fed slop. The Jews.
I've got a clip about that. They had a thing today where they're gonna combine.
The Jews. Dude, shut up.
And the media there in England is having a fit.
We have a country to save. I talk about things. I don't get paid for what I do. I do it out of duty to inform people and to move them to action. The state of Colorado has gone to purgatory with these communists that have taxed and feed us to no end. I have been in this fight since 2015. This is what pisses me off about Candace. She has had opportunity after opportunity after doors opened at the top level for her sorry ass. And all she's doing is burning every bridge that was built in front of her. Every last bridge, she's burning it. She's burning it to hell. I wish I could meet the president. I wish I could work for him. I would work for him for free. And I would be loyal. See, loyalty you cannot put a price tag on. You have had opportunities that a lot of us would just absolutely faint over. And you're just slapping people in the face. You're just spitting in people's face with this nonsense that is not productive. We need to save our country. You know, the one you still live in, but I know you got all this money now with your little English husband, and you can just pick up and leave and go to Russia. Everybody can't do that. So I'm trying to save the country that I live in, that I love, that my husband fought and died for. So anybody who's still watching her, you might need to check yourself and go and especially if you're Christian. Why are you being led by this individual? There's nothing of value in what she says. Nothing she says is going to save the country that you live in. That's what we need to be concerned about. We're 4 months from the freaking midterms, and you're talking about this, the Jews, and Andrew Colvett had lunch in D.C., aren't you? My sources tell me. As though it's any of her fucking business. Oh my God. Look, turn that off. It's not productive. Turn off shitcasters like Candace Owens and fight for your country.
Still making it look like two parties. Well, there's like 5 or 6 parties really out there, John. But 2 main ones. There's 2 main ones in England. Then there's other left-wing ones in the past. But now there's 2 conservative parties. One that is called Tory, but they're not really conservative. And then there's the Labour Party that's left, and then the Green Party that's left. You know, so I'm going to play this so more people can come on. This is about the USAID money was being funded to rap music, and since there's no USAID now, all of a sudden there's no one on the top 100 charts of the rap music. Turns out.
Rap is dead, basically, because USAID stopped funding it.
Was USAID like actively promoting rap music? Was that one of the reasons why rap music was popular?
Let's talk about rap. Okay, so USAID was defunded. There were all of these headlines about it. People accused Elon Musk and Trump of killing Africans as if it's America's responsibility to just, I don't know, feed and clothe and give medicine to an entire...
Well, here there's a split in the Democrat Party, a big one with the, it's coming, with the socialists versus the other commies, not so socialist.
Continent. But something else, there was another connection that people have put together. It seems like at the same time that USAID was being defunded, rap music kind of fell off, right? We had stories like this. No rap songs are in the Billboard Hot 100's top 40 for the first time since 1990, as one long-running hip-hop smash goes recurrent on the chart. The Hot 100's top 40 does not boast a single rap song, ending a streak that's lasted over 35 years. So that's strange, right? That's strange. But maybe it's just a coincidence, you might say. I mean, simultaneously, though, Choosing Texas, which is a country song. It's been on the chart for 15 weeks. Oh yeah, 15 weeks at number 1. So it's a new record for the longest running chart topper by a solo female artist. And this is country music, right? Where are all the hip hop hits? And we also have posts like this, which is an anecdote. Take it with a whole heaping handful of salt. A local friend who worked for Spotify told me that their internal numbers had always shown country as the most popular genre in the US by a significant margin, but this data wasn't advertised because of the politics. Another post like this. So it is true. Average number of rap and hip hop songs on the Billboard Top 10 per week. Last 10 years with USAID, 4. So 4 out of the top 10. Okay, 40%. Last 3 months without USAID, 1. Last 12 months. First 3 months without USAID, 1. Last 12 months without USAID, 0. Crazy. Like, I cannot overemphasize how much of a fall off this has been. And I do think that, yes, rap and hip hop's popularity was 100% being artificially inflated. Yes, by the government, certain sectors of the government, but also I don't want to discount the ideological reasons for it being propped up, right? Because I think there are people who are in Hollywood, are in the music industry, who are propping it up, and they weren't really connected by the government. They weren't being paid to do it. They were just doing it because they believed in it. There's been even, have you watched kids movies, kids entertainment media lately? They are like any remake, any kids show, it's going to have a rap song in it. It's going to have a hip hop character in it. Why? This is such a small segment of the American population that dresses like that, behaves like that, listens to that. Black people, keep in mind, are 13% of America. And, these cartoons, these family shows, they're increasingly catering to an international audience. So it's even less than 13% of people who live
I see it as a big waste of our money.
the hip hop lifestyle, whatever, when you look at it globally. So why in every kid's piece of content, in every film, is there rap music? Is there like a hip hop character, references to hip hop? Doesn't make sense. Okay. Now, part of that is, like I said, just Hollywood producers, insiders propping it up because they think it's cool, because they like that it is subversive. It's anti-family, it's anti-Christian values, it's certainly anti-white. So Hollywood has their own agenda there. But now let's actually look at some of the state aspects of it. A quick thank you to today's sponsor, Cacao Black, same cells, starting in minutes, chocolate. Try.
When it came about in the 1980s, was a part of the push to popularize it and produce it, was a part of the government, some faction of the government, some intelligence agencies wanting to create more crime, wanting to fill more private prisons, wanting to erode the fabric of society so they could push for more laws to keep you safer. This is like
and the family,
one of the most tinfoil hat conspiracies. But people are pointing out that right now is like one of the rare times where no rap music is on the charts.
Yeah.
And they're saying, well, how does this coincide with USAID? Was USAID like actively promoting rap music? Was that one of the reasons why rap music was so popular? Mm-hmm. Is that real? That can't be real.
Maybe back in the day. It seems like that would be more manipulative. I don't see how.
I believed that until I heard mumble rap. And I'm like, this is not real.
So here, Joe Rogan is tying USAID specifically, and the idea that they might be behind this push for rap to increase the number of people in things like private prisons in order to get more profits. That is not as compelling, if you ask me. I don't think you needed to listen to rap music in order to destabilize a community. I think it has more to do, and this is just my theory, which yes is literally a conspiracy theory, but I think it has more to do, honestly, with undermining the status quo of Western civilization, where we look to things like typically art, music, culture produced by white Christian people. I think trying to artificially boost art that comes from minority groups like Black people was part of trying to rearrange our societal hierarchy, trying to chip away at the, white cis heteronormative patriarchy or whatever it may be. And, by inflating hip hop's popularity, you might also, in theory, spread wealth around the Black community more, since they disproportionately are the people who are creating this type of music. Rock and jazz were pretty subversive, though, way before the CIA. But it's apples to oranges, right? These comparisons. People were comparing, Elvis Presley to rap. Like, oh, well, people hated Elvis and he was considered subversive and raunchy. And, now we laugh at that. Okay, Elvis was considered subversive because he was, shaking his hips on TV. That's why for a while when he would be performing live, they would only film him from the waist up. But now we have Nicki Minaj singing WAP, okay? Or is it Cardi B? I don't even know. This is not the same, okay? This is not the same. But I do think the subversive aspect of it is exactly why they're trying to popularize it. And, to some extent, this isn't even a conspiracy theory. I guess it's a theory that this is what they're doing in America, but it's pretty outright explicit that they were the CIA, the government, trying to prop up hip hop movements in other countries. Let's listen.
I can't even tell you how hard the CIA runs the rap game. It's insane. The State Department just recently brought
Why do you think the CIA would have anything to do with rap? You wouldn't think it would be part of them.
22 hip hop artists from all these different conflict zones. I can walk you through in Bangladesh how USAID was funding rap musicians, reporting back to the State Department about how the songs were designed to create street protests, producing their music videos.
You're talking about ones from other countries right now.
They were also working with USAID to secretly fund the hip hop movement in Cuba to overthrow the Cuban government through anti-government rap anthems, which is a huge USA. I can't even tell.
Yeah.
It's funny because CIA originally helped them get into power.
So, I mean, there you go. We have the same person
to sponsor protest rap music through a contractor posing as music promoters in Cuba. Basically looking at these local rap groups and saying, "We can make you an international star, baby," type thing. And then they get radio distribution, and this is how you see these Bono types and Sting types who are at every single Save Ukraine conference. Again, not even weighing in on the substance of it. You want distribution, you use it as a battering ram. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say this, even though I know that this is going to cause a lot of headlines. But here's a great example of this. The NATO Psychological Operations Planning Center in Riga, Latvia in 2019, and you can pull this on screen if you type in Taylor Swift, NATO, or you type in, what was it? Trained to share messaging, or just trained messaging, and this was a big news cycle. There was a huge controversy around it. A lot of people misreported it by closing the loops on things that I didn't say, but that are open questions about what really happened, which is this sort of Taylor Swift as an instrument statecraft. And the example I give.
So I think and I know if you're just, if you're new to this whole world, this might sound crazy, but it's actually true. Okay. It's actually true. The USAID, the CIA, they are not above, funding art that they think will be helpful for their own cause. And we actually saw this with USAID. They were funding all of these like transgender Sesame Street shows or whatever it is. So I don't think it's so crazy to think that not only does this apply actually specifically to music, and he cited examples where this was the case, but yes, even music that exists domestically. Okay. And, obviously art is subjective. I'm not saying that if you like rap, then you're just falling for the psyop. You can like whatever art you want. I suppose I'm not a big fan. But yeah, the idea that rap is just so good, it belongs on the top 40 just through merit. No, I'm sorry, but objectively, no. Objectively, no. You as an individual can like rap and hip hop. That's fine, but you're never going to get me to believe that all of these people simply happen to like it organically, because that just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I'm big on deep state conspiracies. This seems like a stretch, though. Okay, but
yeah, it's way out there. All right, this is about China funding a lot of our media.
Ladies and gentlemen, independent reporter and journalist Natalie Winters has taken it upon herself to dig deep into which U.S. journalists of major news outlets are on China's payroll. She personally vouches for this. She said she personally went into each and every one of these, the records of these people, their flight records, who paid for their flight to China, CCP paid for their flights to China, and for favorable coverage in the United States about Beijing. Who are those people? According to Natalie Winters, the names are Ezra. You know what? I'm going to put this on a large screen so that you guys can screenshot rather than screen record. I know it's easier to screenshot than screen record. Again, this is the work of Natalie Winters. Here they are. Ezra Klein of the New York Times columnist. Matthew Iglesias, Vox co-founder. Ronald Brownstein, CNN senior political analyst. Bradford Plummer, New York Times reporter. Marjorie Miller, former Associated Press president. Steve Clemens, former The Hill editor at large. David Rhodey, MS Now senior national security reporter. Jonathan Alter, NBC News and MSNBC political analyst. David Sweeney, former NPR managing editor. Daniel Gross, former Yahoo finance columnist. You know what, Eli? It's weird. I'm not seeing anybody on this list from a, quote, right-wing news organization. That's weird. How about Marilyn G. Wax from NPR, the senior editor there. Kathleen Devaney, former Newsweek editor. Tom Olmstead, former U.S. News and World Report correspondent. Steve Chapman, former Chicago Tribune columnist. Bruce Stokes, former National Journal respondent. Craig Gilbert, former Milwaukee Journal Sentinel Washington bureau chief. How about Tony Semerad, Salt Lake Tribune reporter. Shika Dalmia, former The Week columnist. Jonathan Broder,
I bet you there's many more than this.
Former The Newsweek senior writer. Christy Kemp, former Chicago Tribune associate managing editor. John Healy, Los Angeles Times deputy editorial page editor. Julian Paquette, former foreign affairs reporter. And then, of course, it says trip organizer was a CUSEF and was founded by Tung Chi Hua, a former senior official in the CCP's United Front system, the influence apparatus Beijing uses to cultivate foreign elites and shape institutions outside of China. The bipartisan congressional report says the United Front works to co-opt and neutralize sources of potential opposition to the CCP. American media was not incidental to the strategy. It was the target. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching that short clip. We really appreciate it.
Yep. All right, this is what they're doing in Iran to the Quran.
بگو از آن ما به وقت بی کسی یادم از همیشه تو محرمیم و جشنمون عذاب بگو که تو خسته ایم از این همه سوا چقدر صدا زدیم آسمون و کو جواب بگو صبح و شب نشه از خالی پریم بگو از گشنگی داریم امید میخوریم بگو ولادیم واسه نفس رمق نداریم بگو زنده ایم و قد مرده حق نداریم بگو هنو واسه یه لقمه نون تو سگ داریم و لشو نخ ناموس این و اونیم و دیگه دوا واسه مون سبک کراک میزنیم تمام بود و نبودمونو به فاک میزنی حالیه که با غمم دیگه شاد میشیم عاشق میشیم ترپانده اسید میپاشیم بگو علی عبد گرفت و موندنی شد از تو بند میده خرج زن و بچه‌شو بگو ممی توی تیزی کشی تو خدمات یه سال نشده آجی بازاری زنشو برد بگو مدای دوزاری افتیر کش رفیق بیت بگو از آن ما به وقت بی کسی
Trying to stop it. Smoking there is supposed to be illegal. All right, so Rosie O'Donnell wrote a Trump song. So the guy that pretends plays the part of Trump did his song. This is a little bit of humor.
It is the great, and I say great with the largest air quotes known to man, Rosie O'Donnell. She remixed the If I Only Had a Brain song and decided this is a great thing to post on the internet and remixed it about Donald Trump and posted it about Donald Trump. So here's your Democrat Zen moment, sort of. But then I have a little bit of a response to Rosie O'Donnell that we're going to do as well. So let's roll Rosie.
His approval rate is 30. His diaper's always dirty. I think the guy's insane. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
That's all I have to say. This is a long sigh. Man, is she looking rough or what? I didn't do the full song because I saw it this morning and was like, I got to remix this. I got to do one about Rosie. So now this woman is so crazy, so ugly, fat, and lazy, decaying in distress. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'll be chowing on McDonald's while we mock Rosie O'Donnell. She's got stage 5 TDS. Thank you. God bless you. You're beautiful people.
Wonder if he was made up in makeup and everything, if he could pretend to be him. He doesn't quite have the voice, but it's pretty close. All right, here's about the UK and the two parties uniting to fight against the left there. This is interesting, actually. Maybe Colin can chime in on this.
I don't know how many times the West has to learn the same lesson that you import the third world, you become the third world. Merry old England, no longer merry anymore. Every week we have to cover a new riot, stabbing, beheading, rape gang. And that's led to the English to take some desperate measures and to support the Reform Party, which is a relatively brand new political party, led to Brexit, right? England getting out of the European Union, which is a very good thing. But it hasn't stopped unlimited criminal migration to England. And that is what Reform and Restore Britain are both about. And they are about sending millions home and millions back and breaking the two-party paradigm that has been here between Labour and Conservatives. But many people were asking, like, well, will Nigel Farage, who's in charge of Reform Party, which, by the way, like, again, they're the periwinkle blue. Blue equals the Reform Party. Like, look, you're talking like a massive, massive win for the Reform Party, and they're projected to control Parliament. They will be projected to win hundreds of seats. Labour will lose hundreds of seats.
Colin, is that possible there? Let me back that up just a little. Is that possible there? Right there? Labour Party and the Conservative Party and all that's going to go down, and both of them are going to be replaced.
It will be projected to win hundreds of seats. Labour will lose hundreds of seats. It should be a massive rout and a true earthquake for the British establishment. Well, anyway, everybody's been asking about Rupert Lowe, and he's the man who runs the Restore Britain, which is like the more hardcore version of Reform UK. And they've been at war, the two of them, and they've been fighting, right, for who can be the most nationalist, who can be the most right-wing. Well, everything changed as of this morning, with Rupert Lowe offering an alliance with Nigel Farage. The Manchester show.
What do you think of this possible alliance?
That Restore Britain can deliver. The next step, we should maximize chances of delivering for the British people and the change that Britain needs. It means putting personal differences aside. Today, I'm making a public offer to Nigel Farage and Reform UK. You can see with 2 million views and nearly 7,000 reposts, 35,000 likes, that this is a very positive move. Let's go ahead and listen to what Rupert has to say. Here we go.
Nigel, when we were both elected at the general election in July 2024, the five of us all knew that we had achieved something truly remarkable through starting the process of breaking the two-party system that has strangled and suffocated Britain for so very long. It was a special moment, and it was an honor to walk into that building as part of our group of 5 MPs. I treasured that then, and despite everything, I still treasure it today. However, now in 2026, we're in a very different place. The landscape has changed dramatically. Our differences over the last 18 months are well documented. I do not agree with how you removed me from Reform, but let's not recycle those same arguments again and again. I want to move past that. The country we both love is changing beyond recognition. Millions of people feel like strangers in their own communities. They work hard, pay their taxes, obey the law, and yet they see no fair reward for any of that. They see a patriotic right hopelessly divided. They see hard work punished and indolence rewarded. That is why today I'm reaching out to put personalities and our past disagreements aside for the good of the country we all so want to succeed. To ask one simple question: How can we restore Britain? If we agree on 5 fundamental principles, then I believe we can, should, and must find a way of working together in some form to make it a reality. Reform has taken a path that has moved its core offering away from what I believe is necessary to restore our country. On many issues, we agree. On others, we do not. But I'm hopeful that a common way forward can be found and forged. But any agreement or cooperation must be based on the following values, policies, and vision. First, restoring our borders. Millions must go. Second,
amen on that.
Restoring our demographic security. It is projected that white Britons will become a minority by 2063.
Sitting there telling the truth on this one.
Nothing demonstrates the demographic vandalism of mass immigration more than that. Third, a referendum on restoring the death penalty. Axel Rudakabana, Hashim Abedi, Shabir Ahmed. Keeping these monsters alive, and hundreds just like them, achieves nothing. The British people must be given a full, free, and fair referendum on the reintroduction of the death penalty for the most monstrous and undeniable criminals. Fourth, restoring a self-sufficient Britain. Britain must live within its means. That means controlling spending, cutting welfare costs, and making difficult decisions to bring inflation under control and restore sound public finances. Fifth,
stop handing out all the money to the illegals.
Restoring the country's faith in politics.
That's inflationary.
The British people have entirely lost faith in Westminster. That trust will not be restored by recycling the same ministers, advisors, and thinking that created today's problems. The British people deserve nothing less than our best and sincere efforts to make it happen. Now is the time to put our differences aside and cooperate for the good of the country that we all love.
The tender offer here has been met with positive reactions. Any hope that people can have to come together and vote for a new government that can save Britain is a mess. I'm all in favor of that, says Reform Member of Parliament Andrew Rosendale. Okay, Rupert Lowe has publicly called on Nigel Farage and Reform UK to set aside their differences and unite to restore Britain. There we go. Creating a massive, this would be like, I don't know, Maha, Elon Musk, RFK, Tulsi Gabbard kind of uniting with Trump. It's like similar, I guess, in a way. The message of a true leader, Rupert Lowe, is once again putting himself above his personal interests for the people of Britain. Will Nigel Farage follow suit? Will they work together? Many people believe that they should. Huge. This is getting like very positive response. Breaking right now, Rupert Lowe offers a deal between Restore Britain and Reform and agrees to reverse course on a number of issues, including the referendum, in order to unite the clans. Unite the clans. This is a very honorable strategy. It requires a vital condition. Make Rupert Lowe second in line. That's right. Okay. I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. We want to save the UK. We want to save merry old England. We want merry old England to be merry again. We don't want the cradle of civilization in the West to slip silently off into the night and become a third world hellscape.
Amen.
So please, let's keep winning. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, subscribe.
I thought that was well put. Okay, I'm going to play that one that I was kind of taunting there. DFF did their exclusive premiere of their first film. That it's only 20-some minutes long, but it is all AI. I haven't watched the whole thing. I've watched part of it, so we'll watch it together, okay? I've watched a little bit of it.
We take down their king. Let's just make up some shit about him and have him jailed.
Let's just make some shit about him and have him jailed.
Make up charges, Your Majesty?
Brilliant, I can fabricate documents. He's asleep. Good boy. Now it's time to complete my plan to throw that goddess of a man, King Trump, into the dungeon. Let's see, being too popular, making the kingdom laugh too much, possession of excessive gold hair. Perfect, add them all. Excellent. Send him to the dungeon. Look. Look at me. I'm Kamala of 1200 DC now. We shall see about that, Kamala of 1200 DC now.
Sir Donald! We've got you, my liege!
That's probably her at some point.
Scrag, my queen! Sir Donald of all 1200 DC has been freed!
Bitch, hold up now. He ain't the ruler of nothing. But wait, what you say?
Scrag, I said he's been freed!
I wonder why they see J.D. Vance as that fat. He's a little bit, maybe, not much.
I heard the land of ugly is trying to start a war. Let them try.
Come, sweet thing. Share my bed tonight.
Touch me again and you'll regret it.
Seriously, has anybody seen Michelle? I've searched every palace in the kingdom.
Michelle? Michelle who?
My Michelle.
Doesn't
Big
ring a bell.
Mike?
You blinked.
I did no such thing.
She's doing that thing where she definitely knows something.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Really?
Cooking up the next virus. And Sina La Focina. A little from the cauldron. Wahaha. Now a little in the nose. Whoops. A blooper.
Show your majesty some love.
Got space for one more?
Fuck yeah, Bill. Get in here. Where's Hillary? I need more now.
They're kind of jumping around with the story, but it's still...
This gas will make them confused and start to fight each other. Feel the chaos spread.
Look at him. I will soon be king. You keep laughing. Wake up, you lazy beast. It just won't wake up. Some beasts are stubborn. They think I'm a joke. I'll show every one of them. One day, I'll be king. They'll all bow to me. Why am I so thirsty?
Well, it certainly is different.
In 1200 DC, two kingdoms stood divided. One rich and glorious, the other poor, ugly, and
well
somehow
controlled.
still confident.
This is the democracy!
It's been a long time, my friend. It's time to conquer and make all of 1200 DC mine again.
Let's fucking do it.
Hear ye! It is my honor to announce that King Donald has been freed from the dungeons of Kamala, or whatever the fuck that is. Anyway,
Connie
King
Harris.
Donald has declared that all of 100 DC, every province, every harbor, every village, every town shall soon answer to one kingdom! Scree! Scrouk! The ships are coming! The ships are coming! Scree! Crow! Scree!
What in the name of the gods?
Scree! Scrack!
She makes a better crow than that bird.
Would you care to join us on a secret mission?
Leave me alone. I'm having dinner.
Damn, that's one ugly pancake, you dumb ugly motherfuckers. Where's Kamala? Bet you I nail it with one
Tell
shot.
me, I
If I
haven't
hit
seen
it, beers
these
are on you
parts.
tonight. And if you hit it, beers are still on you tonight.
Babe, which style of my hair do you like better? This way, short, clean, or long, sexy, rugged?
You look sexy both ways.
Really? You think so?
Of course. Always.
Tom Holman.
Listen to me carefully. When you get to the gates, open them and let all the immigrants in.
Okay, my queen.
Now show your respects to the queen.
Yuck.
Border Czar, your sword. Fee, fi, fo, fum. When you see the Border Czar, your ass better run. Tom is he and he is I. Enter here illegal and you will die.
Those dumb witches done woke the Dons of DC.
A cheapest in town. Come and get 'em before your time runs out. One quick shot and you'll be fine. Buy it cheap
Looks
before
radioactive.
you die.
Who's that one? Not sure yet.
From the river to the sea,
Oh, I
Falestane of
know.
1200 DC will be free.
Stuff that they can do with AI.
Cheap vaccines! Cheap vaccines! 2 coins a dose! Protect yourself today!
Here's your new antibiotics. 20 years rotting in the dungeon.
Needs more than 20 years.
Well now, Candace Tucker, I'm surprised to see you two all the way out here. That's quite a journey from Macedonia, isn't it? So,
What brings you before my throne?
Your Majesty, we've had enough of serving our king. We've decided it's time to forge our own path.
We want to build a movement of our own, one with our own people, our own vision, and our own future.
See the hammer and sickle.
It's completely electric. Isn't that fire-powered? The fire makes the electricity. It's spear-proof and ready to fuck shit up. Call King Trump over here. I want to show him.
I've gotten word that the Democrats are looking to wage a full-scale war. Tucker, you and I shall sneak into the witch's lair while they're fast asleep. And Candaris, you take them down from within.
How do you plea in regards to trying to poison us with your so-called virus?
I plead the fifth, Your Majesties.
Fauci is already rotting in the dungeon. Now we sit back and let them destroy each other. Mamdani and his idiots still think they poisoned the witch's potion, but we switched that too. They set their own trap. Now we wait.
A perfect plan, sir. Let them fall.
But I plead the fifth.
One day, you shall be queen. You are destined to become the prince. And you shall become the greatest liar in all of 12ard DC, second only to me.
Candace and Alex, enough. No more lies. The king must know what I found.
Your Majesty! The archives have uncovered a conspiracy within the house!
If I were a rich man, la 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 la, I would have all the curry in the world if I were a wealthy man. Opa, if I were a rich
Story's
man.
kind of jumping around a little. It's like they put a whole bunch of pieces together.
Word around town is Kamala's calling herself the Queen of 1200 DC.
Queen? Nobody believes that.
Oh, it's supposed to be like the assassination bullet. Uh-oh. That's that weird leftist.
Damn, that was a close one.
Graphics are pretty good for AI, I think. Took me a minute to figure out that was Megyn Kelly, I think.
Come on over, big boy.
How much for the BJ, sweetheart?
Read the sign, old man. Can you even get it up anymore?
1 coin.
Hey, sweet thing. How about you and me go find a quiet corner, huh?
Hunter.
Back off, drunkard. You couldn't handle me if you tried.
Whoa, sorry, my mistake.
It's time to lock some people up.
Good, let's do it.
He's jumping around a little
dream,
bit.
and I know because I know. We're going max!
Oracle, you must come with me. The king requests your presence.
Wait, that wasn't in the cards? I may have shuffled too hard. The spirit said this was optional!
Gonna get pumped out, huh? Oh, that works for me. That works for me.
So, the Democrats and a few Republican turn jocks really think they're going to take us down? Meanwhile, Joe Biden's probably lost somewhere eating an ice cream. It's going to backfire so bigly. Huge. Look where your conspiracies have landed us, you crazed woman. Yeah, I knew we shouldn't have listened to you, Candace. Now we're stuck with these smelly communists.
Oh, please. Have you not smelled yourself? You smell like goat shit mixed with MAGA vagina.
Tonight, we toast to taking all of 1200 DC.
Folks, this is the greatest feast, believe me. I'm the emperor, the very best one. My banquet is huge, the most beautiful you've seen.
The most beautiful.
We're gonna dance and win tremendous.
Tremendous.
Ready
Raise your cup, let the bronze horns play. We've crossed the seas to see. By the gods, what a feast! Firelight dancing banners fly. Tonight our voices fill the sky.
To us, the smartest in the empire.
From marble halls to the ancient sea, here's a toast to 1200 BC. Fill the goblets loud and free. Let the whole world hear Hey, hey, raise the cup of 1200 DC. Sing it loud for all to see. Stamp your feet upon the stone. Tonight this feast is all our own. Hey, let the chorus ring. Hear 1,000 warriors sing. Raise your goblets.
You hear what happened to Candace and her worshippers? She was in the square spreading lies about the king again. Then Cash came marching through the crowd, grabbed her by
Probably kind of like a weird dream or something.
the arm and said, "That's enough prophecy for one day."
Her followers tried chanting, but the guards scooped up the whole cult and marched them straight into the dungeon.
I see they've Benny Johnson
Behold
there.
the sword of freedom. My liege, the ships are ready. Then let history remember this day.
Easy, my boy. You've waited long enough. The hour has come. Hunt down every traitor, tear their lies apart, and leave nothing standing. Now go remind them what fear feels like.
Elon, you go in as a lost inventor and win over Kamala by making them a Trojan donkey to give to the Trumps or something. Marco, you come with me.
Understood. A Trojan donkey. Brilliant.
Exactly. Let's move.
Let us out of here!
Funny. That's exactly what I'm here to do.
Cover his head! No, you can't! Silence, prisoner!
My queen, behold this fine donkey.
I'm not a donkey! What is the meaning of this?
The Camelotto Trojan. It's perfect. We'll build a launching chair inside, with a spring under it for maximum surprise. Look at Sleepy Joe Biden, the king! Ha! With his ice cream melting all over him!
What is this, Elon?
It's the Trojan donkey. We hide soldiers inside, roll it to the gates, and they sneak out to conquer the city.
Hide soldiers inside? That actually sounds clever.
Exactly. This will change history. We'll win without a fight.
All right, show me the plan. Elon, are you sure about this?
I agree with Kamala. It's a risk. It's innovation. It will work.
Innovation or a giant mistake?
Let's be smart.
Let's get you inside.
Be careful climbing, Joe.
I have to say, it's a bit different than I expected.
Time has come to launch the ships.
They got Kami Harris down pretty good.
Fuck it, let's send 1,000. Timothy! Come here now!
Tampon Tim! Tampon Tim.
Pathetic.
They got everyone in here.
Marco, let's let them kill each other as much as they can, and once the ugly Liz Warren bird whistles, we'll finish the job.
Excellent, my liege.
Check it out, chumps. I invented more cool shit.
What is it?
A flamethrower. We're going to fuck shit up.
Timothy, I've decided. As soon as the storm hits and the rain falls harder than coconuts from coconut trees, I want you to lead 1,000 of our best ships. We're going to war.
My lords, word has come in. The self-proclaimed Queen Kamala has sent Sir Timothy Walls with
Not
1,000
sure who that guy
ships.
is.
She has declared war.
War with us? Her and what army? 1,000 ships just means 1,000 targets.
So, should I sound the alarm?
Nah.
Coconuts. He's a surprise inside the Trojan horse, huh?
Been waiting for a friggin' hour. I'm going to pass out from this heat. Kamala of 1200 DC is such a bitch.
Sir Donald, Kamala of Troy has sent this gift, a Trojan donkey, sir! Help, help! Get me out of here! The rocking's making me need to poop! Ah!
Uh-oh.
Oh, my head hurts so much.
Stop drinking.
Damn, that's one ugly pancake.
Joe, Michelle is missing. I can't find her anywhere. Missing. I saw her just yesterday getting her hair braided. And since then, nothing? No, nothing since. But I'm sure she's all right. Then tell me, why did you turn me down earlier?
Because if I'd said yes right away, you'd have thought you won too easily.
So it was all a test.
No, I just wanted to know if you'd come back.
Good thing I'm too stubborn to quit. Now let me hit it donkey style, my love.
The ships are leaving.
Oh, those two together.
They sail into the night.
Hot damn, Terrence, those pancakes smell fire. You know how I get down, Mr. President. These things so damn good, and my syrup shits on Aunt Jemima.
They're getting everyone into this thing.
Marco, what in Juice's name are you doing? Dinner? That thing's been roasting for 6 hours. The nutrients surrendered 3 hours ago. The fat's oxidized. Your mitochondria just packed their bags.
Tastes
Well,
like
it was
freedom.
ham.
I leave you alone for 10 minutes and don't even get me
Good old
started on
ham.
the seed oils.
Gotta like that.
How's that corn on the cone?
Good.
Ready for that donkey style?
Look at them.
I
They
didn't write
never
this.
learn.
I didn't read it.
Found one! Who's next?
Traders, Bigfoot, MTG, and
So, Colin, what do you think of the two parties combining in England there?
Thomas Monster Massey against Michelle Obam and the Beast Hakeem Jeffries.
I'm sure they're going to be coming out with 100% AI movies in the near future. Very near future.
Oh, no. They've unleashed absolute
What is that?
This storm tests our will. But look, 1,000 ships. Our fleet is unbreakable. Onward to victory.
They even got Cat Turd from, isn't he on Twitter? In this. Oh, there's that fire.
Where's my Michelle? I can't find her. Michelle, answer me.
This village will burn.
No, spare us!
My ray!
Full powered, huh? Back then, those things could be as heavy as hell.
Tell your queen the steel beast has arrived.
We fight oppression with tolerance, and And if you're intolerant of us, straight to the dungeon.
Oh,
Our
I got
movement is
Madami.
built on love,
Madami
peace,
is
and
in there.
unity. Until someone says something I don't like, then it's off with their heads.
Pritzker. Got the guy from Odyssey. Others, Big Mike.
Oh my God, your breath stinks!
Probably does. I guess he was hungry. Probably a bunch of snakes. The graphics are good.
Next, we take Persia.
Papa, one day, I want to be just like you, but worse. You will, son, you will.
Already there. Oh, they're both
What's up,
pretty good.
motherfuckers?
Flamethrower.
Say hello to my new little friend.
You will, son, you will. Ah, the flames! Help, it's burning!
I thought they did a pretty good job. That story kind of jumped around a lot. I don't know. For the first try of trying to do sort of a movie thing, from doing a bunch of AI clips, they kind of took a bunch of AI clips and put them together. But I think they're going to improve at this. For first try, it's not too bad. So
endlessly, but you look at the blue areas, the Americas, the European, the places Europeans colonized, IQs of 95, 100, and better. You look at South and Central America, and they go down to average IQs in the 80s. Middle East, Northern Africa, India, average IQs in the 70s. Mentally
you know damn well that they're going to call this video racist.
retarded is 75. Sub-Saharan Africa, average IQs in the 60s, even the 50s. There are non-human mammals with imputed IQs of 50, like dolphins, elephants, pigs. That's the level we're talking about. And when you go to any of these regions and look at them, Americas, go to Europe, go to Russia, you see a certain kind of society. Go to Mexico, go to South and Central America, you see a certain kind of society that reflects their average IQ. Go to North Africa, along the Mediterranean, the Middle East, India, you see a certain kind of culture reflecting their IQ. Go to Sub-Saharan Africa, again, you see a certain type of culture reflecting their IQ. And we know this intuitively, don't we? Because, for example, in Africa, there were periods in recent African history where white colonizers went there, established Rhodesia, established South Africa. And those white people bring their first world IQ with them, and they create a first world culture within that third world environment. So it's not the environment. When Rhodesia is created, it's a first world nation. When South Africa is created, it's a first world nation. Yeah. It's handed back to the indigenous Africans, the black Africans. It reverts to a third world status again. Rhodesia becomes Zimbabwe.
Asians tend to do a lot of studying, and you know, they're going for degrees and stuff like that, you know, but sometimes that just makes you left wing.
South Africa becomes the hellhole it is now. So it's all driven, the people are the destiny. and the people are the destiny.
All right. This is about the secret foreign police force in Minnesota.
Hey, Minnesota, did you know you have a secret Somali police force operating in your state? Probably in Minneapolis. This al-Shabaab supporter and unregistered foreign agent of the Katumo administration of Somalia is going to tell you about it. A lot of you already know him. It's Mahmoud Omar Isi. He's the governor of Minnesota. At least he governs the state of Minnesota on behalf of the Katumo state of Somalia. You see, when you're a secret governor within another country and you're operating a shadow government, you need a police force just like a real government would use to enforce your laws. All the crime and fraud in Minnesota starts to make a lot more sense when you realize there's a secret police force in Minnesota. EC was interviewed in 2023 when he visited Saudi Arabia. Let's listen to EC tell us himself about his secret police association.
Soomaalida isku duubni oo isku dhafan yihiin Soomaalida hadda booliiskeeda kale association ay leeyihiin xataa qof Soomaali oo yaqaan ma leh police association ninka madaxda u ah xataa Soomaalida nin yaqaan ma jiro oo Soomaali.
So they're setting up their own police force. How long before they're going to enforce Sharia law there?
Do you think this might be the cop that leads the secret police association? Or is it this one? Or maybe this one? Minnesota handed their state over to these foreign invaders, and they gave them a badge and a gun. Have fun getting pulled over by a Somali spy with a gun.
I don't know. I'd say stay armed, especially for the second story. This is about the gunman there in, I think it was Utah. Was that Utah? I forget where it was. Just yesterday, and that Benny Johnson's talking about it. He did.
Not all heroes wear capes, but they do wear jorts and a cowboy hat and have a suppressed 9mm ready to go with plenty.
Never give up your guns. This is the hero here.
Of ammo in case they engage a mass shooter, which is exactly what just happened in Twin Falls, Idaho, at an In-N-Out burger restaurant, where 2 were tragically killed in what could have been a mass shooting. When a libtard Redditor went on a firing spree and then ended up getting engaged by a patriot armed with a gun. He had an AR-style rifle, and so it was an AR versus a handgun, and it could have led to the slaughter of hundreds of people. Hero Armed Citizen opens fire, prevents mass murder. And look at this, some of the footage from out of this shooting, and I'll show you plenty of it. You can see mothers and children. You're aware of an In-N-Out. You've been to an In-N-Out. If you haven't, it's very, very popular burger restaurant. Tons of families there. They're always packed. An incredibly popular place to eat. Sometimes there are hundreds and hundreds of people waiting in the drive-thru line, mothers and children running. This man, ladies and gentlemen, saved the day.
I don't think we have those burger In-N-Outs here. I don't think we have any near here. I've heard of them, but I've never been to one. Is there any in your areas where you live?
Libtard Redditor attacking a Tesla, roaming the parking lot with an AR-style rifle.
They're trying to say no motive. No motive, but he's obviously left-wing by everything they've found so far.
I don't have service. Do you have service?
This is why you don't give up your guns.
Here's the close.
There's a leftist.
Up. You can see here.
Oh, dude, they fucking shooting up. Hell yeah.
Shots.
What the fuck? Dude, that nigga got an AK.
Hell yeah, he does.
Has anyone got those In-N-Outs in your area? What are they like?
Look at this fucking wacky motherfucker. He got fucking serious fucking gun. Oh, now he's getting a motherfucking. Oh,
he's grabbing another gun.
Oh, yeah,
he's grabbing something bigger.
We're getting the fuck out of here.
You better get out of here. Hey! Stop shooting! Stop shooting, bitch!
Here we go. Your moment of heroism and truth. Who is this cowboy hat hero? Who is this individual who prevented what could have potentially been the largest mass shooting. I mean, look at just the sheer number of people that are running.
Oh, dude, they fucking shooting up.
Look at this. The sheer number of people running across the road. It's a Saturday afternoon. Hundreds of families are there. Look at this. Shooting at the In-N-Out. Multiple people dead. Gunman is dead. And the gunman died.
In Twin
See
Falls,
here.
Idaho, local police.
You can see here that it is around this giant shopping mall, large area with people everywhere, cars everywhere, targets, soft targets, absolutely everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, American Empire, the man.
Oh, Marianne, you're eating very healthy. Good job.
Right here. Somebody buy this hero a beer and give him the Medal of Honor. This brave man saved lives. This is how you stop an active shooter. It proves that guns don't kill people. It's the person behind them. People calling for Donald Trump to give Jordan Salinas.
The one with the pistol has a suppressor. That's why the gun looks so long.
Medal of Honor. Jordan risked his own life and drove.
I think I heard it was a 9mm too. That's not a very high-powered one, but hey, you got to use whatever you got, right?
The gunman away from an In-N-Out, and he helped victims as well as staying vigilant to protect everyone. What a legend! So Jordan is right now recovering in the hospital after hitting the mass shooter. It was not a fair fight. The shooter had an AR-15, and Jordan had a 9mm. But he trained. Look at this. This is his post from 2014. Sundown desert drill with suppressor subsonic on a mission tactic.
3 walks, Marianne? Are you trying to lose weight? I should walk about 3 times a day. I definitely get 1 in. Sometimes I try to get 2, but I get so many messages. It's crazy. Tons of messages, and it's hard to keep up with it.
Cool. Solutions, Axiom suppressor. Looks like the one that he was holding. Shoulder across, draw, train like your life depends on it, because God forbid one day it might. Stay free, stay safe, stay frosty. Look at that. And this is him staying frosty. The hero who got out of the car and engaged the shooter, until the Idaho police arrived and ended the mass shooting, in fact. Buy guns and ammo. The internet found this legend. Train like your life depends on it. You go, look at this. Here he is. Dude. And America is filled with these guys. Here's Jordan Salinas celebrating 250th. Founding fathers intended exercising my inalienable rights. And regulated militia. Idaho. Wrong state to try and do a mass shooting in. Armed citizen hero takes out libtard Redditor wobbling around with an AR. Evil criminal stopped. He chased down the shooter and he saved lives. Jordan Salinas. He trained for it. Look at that. This is his training, and this is him under fire. This man is a hero, and we need more trained civilians to do this. Guy in the cowboy hat with a suppressor, with a suppressed handgun, showed up to kill an active shooter and got out of his car to stop a shooter at the In-N-Out in Idaho. Lawful firearm saved countless lives. Mainstream media will be silent about this, which they have been. We haven't heard anything about Jordan Salinas. Here he is right here, ladies and gentlemen. The hero.
He's well armed.
There you go. The hero that God put on this earth in order to stop evil men. I don't know if this is the same firearm that he used. I'm not sure.
I wish I didn't live in New York. It's so hard to get a gun permit here.
But it's definitely the same stance and firing pattern. Right over there. Stofy Cunningham never fails. There you go. It's all a LARP until it isn't. 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 Everybody is celebrating this man, and we want to make sure that he gets space on our channel to celebrate right here. Prepared, not powerless. That's right.
John, have you ever had to pull your gun since you got out of the military?
I was wrong about the in-and-out shooting. A brave citizen did not kill the shooter. He shot him. The shooter then shot and killed himself. It still appears the intervention led the threat to ending and then saved lives. When danger strikes, no one can protect you faster than your own gun.
Me, I've had a weight problem ever since I gained weight after I stopped wrestling and playing all the sports. But it got even worse after they hit my chest with a PVC pipe, and then it got a lot worse.
I have not revealed the identity of the shooter, who is deceased. Literal cowboy showed up to stop a Reddit or leftist shooter, and you can't ask for a better propaganda picture. There it is. Train like your life depended on it, because God forbid it was. That day arrived.
When a couple
this photo is from 2 years ago. Jordan posed exactly the same way, holding what appears to be the same gun. Not sure. He used to engage because it's like kind of it's potato-y, right? Active shooter. But we know. But this is crystal clear. Why is the media so silent on an armed hero?
Good job, John.
Who stopped a mass shooting? Yes, good question. Here we go. This is Jordan. Training. POV, you're a libtard redditor attempting to carry out a mass shooting at In-N-Out, and you just activated Jordan Salinas, American hero. Man, I really hope Trump has this guy at the White House. Trump better get this guy to the White House. What an absolute animal. Thank God we live in a nation where there are guys like that all over the land. Thank God we live in a nation where you can be a man like that.
Amen.
And it is legal for you to protect yourself. We got to keep it like that. It's the first thing that the communists are going to take away. God bless Jordan Salinas.
Going to try.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens next. I was trying.
They want to get rid of the
I already told the
Constitution,
production
too.
team, trying to reach out to this guy. I want to get the first interview on the channel. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe.
Yep. All right. Even Bill Maher is starting to have enough of the leftists now.
This crowd literally wants to get rid of our form of government, the Senate, but also, and I quote, replace the president and Supreme Court with an executive and judiciary chosen by and subordinate to Congress. Yeah, no biggie. Just taking the very essence of our government, which is 3 branches checking each other and shit-canning 2.5 of them. Who could be this nuts? I'll tell you who. Morons who are still wearing COVID masks in 2026.
True. He's got that right.
This photo is from the DSA meeting in Denver 3 weeks ago. Okay, I'm just going to say it. Since the far left, the far left, is overwhelmingly made up of affluent, ultra-woke white people, you raised your...
I don't know. Maybe everyone's busy on a Sunday. I try to pick a better time, and not so late and not too early, somewhere in between.
Kids wrong. You told your precious brats that every brain fart was genius, and now those brain farts are becoming Democratic Party policy.
Yep. All right. Here's the unmasking the system.
Holders since 2015.
It's about the H-1B visas, how they've been scamming us with it.
Over 70% came from India and nearly 12% from China. And when you zoom in on this map you're looking at, you can see where most are being hired. The dark red spots show a high density of H-1B visa holders. And now we're learning more about the fraud within the program. One former official tells Newsweek that up to 90% of applications, 90% from India, contain fraudulent documents or involve unqualified applicants. And finance law enforcement in India claim it has uncovered a network of universities that produce fake degrees, which were possibly used to obtain these high-skilled H-1B visas, including one school which allegedly stole over 36,000 fake degrees, sold, I should say. It cost as little as $1,400 for one of those. And while these are supposed to be high-skilled employees during almost all of Biden's time in office,
they're also stealing our jobs.
83% got junior or entry-level positions. And now Texas is taking action, cracking down on those abusing the program.
Yep. They're coming from everywhere to here, even from Canada down. It's ridiculous. All right, this is about Big Pharma buying the narrative on the media, on the news.
What are your thoughts on the new vaccines that they're pushing out now?
I mean, I think that going and getting a COVID-19 booster is now reserved for the mentally ill and those who are making a political statement. I've seen this. I'm not going to listen to anything Secretary Kennedy says. I'm going to go get a COVID-19 booster. There is nothing, and we document this very, very carefully in our book. There's nothing in the COVID-19 vaccine program, starting with the fact they don't work. They don't prevent infection and transmission. The entire COVID-19 vaccine program is
bingo. It's all about making money.
It's a fraud. So I think the American people are going to have to wake up to this reality. Right. The public needs to understand that the pharmaceutical companies purchase all of this advertising not actually to sell pharmaceutical products. If you have an ailment, you can go to your doctor. Your doctor is aware of the pharmacopoeia for your ailment. It's to buy media influence. It's so guys like him aren't allowed to go on the mainstream media to raise questions, to propose conversations about this, because if he does, the
Timmy might be doing hockey.
Principal advertising purchaser is going to call the news director and say, get him off. So I hope it's not too confusing of a point. They're not selling pharmaceutical products. They're buying the narrative.
Here's the names of the hated politicians of the 14. Here it is.
Update on the Allahu Akbar Commission that legislators in Massachusetts want to force on the people.
They're trying to put Muslims in all these offices by appointment. Watch this.
Here are the names of the 14 America-hating politicians who sponsored the bill to create this Muslim commission that will infiltrate every area of law and government. James Eldridge, Vanna Howard, Manny Cruz. They want Muslims to weigh in on every piece of legislation. Robin Kennedy, Jason Lewis, Adam Gomez. They want Muslims appointed to every level of government. Joanne Comerford, John Cronin, Liz Miranda. They want Muslims to grade every single state agency to make sure that they meet the Allahu Akbar standards. Pavel Payano, William Driscoll, Jacob Oliveira, Michael Moore, Patricia Jalen. They want to pick 11 Muslims for this commission. Word on the street is that so many people picked up the phone and called their elected officials that they're backing off the.
Every position was going to be filled by Muslims that they were picking, not even voted in. And that they were going to make the laws.
Plan, but do not be fooled. They will try again, except next time they'll be snakier about it. They'll keep trying to get their Allahu Akbar votes one way or another. Vote these America-hating psychopaths out of office.
Yeah, it's all part of the plan. Now watch it. Some of these Muslims don't like dogs, but they're willing to eat them. Let's see if I can find that clip. Oh, here it is. A little warning about the topic. It's not that visually bad, but what they're talking about. They're capturing dogs and selling them to eat them. But you don't see them eating them or anything, but they're talking about it, and they got them in these little cages. And some of the dogs are almost like biting each other because they're wedged in these little cages.
Dog Meat Rescue, Africa.
And you want to flood the border with that?
Did someone buy it? No.
So that this guy comes over there and he's trying to buy these dogs to rescue them. There's just so many of them.
Wait, that one? That one I take too. You take this one. I will take that one. I will take that one. Okay. These both? Yeah. Both of these dogs, I will take. Okay. Okay, that's 3. That's 2 dogs, big dogs, and the puppy. I'll take these 2 dogs that were in the cage. Okay? I take these 2. and that puppy so far. Okay? This one always likes to be by somebody, like this. This one always scared, hiding. I take this one too. I'll take this one.
What are you saying, Pat? Are they for them? They're buying them. They're going to eat them. They cook them. They sell the dogs to eat. I second that, John. And you want to bring that culture? They want to bring that culture into America. The diversity. That's our diversity. Bullcrap, I say.
I take that one too. Yeah. These two.
This guy in the red hat is buying them to rescue them all. But there's just no way you can rescue them all.
This one's very different.
Well, Marianne, they're actually not eating them or doing anything to them, but they're selling them. But they've caught them.
This one just sits here like this. Ask him. This one's scared, bro. This one's very scared. Okay. See, this one's very scared. I take that one too. Last one. What is that?
I think he's probably scared too because they've been hit a lot.
I got 8. I'm tired.
He bought 8.
I'll take that one too. That's it.
In a way, though, by buying them, you're making them sell more.
Thank you. Okay, everybody, I'm tired. I'm exhausted, but there's a black dog that was looking at me. I'm gonna take this one.
He's gonna buy one more, huh?
Fine, I'll just carry.
Oh, you're gonna sell it.
I don't blame the dog if he bit him.
Go back to mom.
I mean, you got to know this is happening. You know, you do not want that culture here. Forget it. It's a good person that's traveling there, spending his own money to get these dogs. I don't blame him.
Let's get the chain.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay.
They'll put in the
I want to
boot.
get the dog out. This dog's scared. Needs to be. Okay, it's fine. Puya.
Okay.
Puya. Look, there's still more left. This is it. All right. Puya. Puya.
I thought it was important to show that. I'm sorry. All right, this is one of the boats that are coming over. Count all the women on this boat.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu.
Do I need to pause to try to find any? That's the one that's transporting them right there.
Akbar, La ilaha.
Allah snack bar. They're still coming over and getting into Europe. I don't know.
President Trump just pulled 3 moves off that almost nobody in the swamp saw coming, and then got a nuclear-level boost from patriot Elon Musk. While Democrats are literally running out of money, cashing out buildings, and privately admitting we have no plan to make America great again, Musk is warning that America will fall apart if Democrats get back in power. And he's backing up that warning with a massive cash donation in order to secure the border and our elections. At the same time, Trump is judo flipping his GOP enemies on the Todd Blanche AG fight, keeping his own attorney general in power, even while rebellious Republicans try to stall him in committees. He's launching.
Yeah, John, I just don't want that other side of the world to come here. I don't want it to be part of America. John, that's kind of my point. You know, I understand. I know in China and that they eat rats and bats and stuff that's not very healthy because of the germs. But also, you know, we eat cows and they won't do that in India. You know what I mean? It is a difference. I understand that. I just don't want it here.
An America First crackdown on law firms that file fake asylum claims, turning asylum fraud into a cash machine with six-figure liability fines. And he's rolling out a trucking plan that boots illegal immigrant drivers from American jobs while giving American military people a direct pipeline to high-income jobs. Put all of that together and you'll see the pattern. Trump is keeping his promise to put America first. Jobs for Americans, a safe border, election integrity, all while Elon Musk, the billionaire, steps up to help the GOP maintain America. Thank you guys so much for liking and sharing these videos. Oof, I'm so excited to share this incredible news with you tonight. Elon Musk is escalating his role as a major Republican power broker, publicly tying his money to hardline views on immigration, Democrats, and election integrity. In a recent interview, he acknowledged that during the Trump administration, he focused too much on the government and not enough on his business. Well, now he's stepping back in with his money versus his time, and he's putting up a lot of it. At the same time, he has repeated his claim that Democrat leaders are...
You see, like in Morocco and those places, they're drinking the camel pee. It's totally bad for you, but they do it.
Deliberately encouraging illegal immigration to reshape the electorate, secure long-term power, and expand access to public benefits for non-citizens, framing this as a fundamental threat to American sovereignty and fairness to taxpayers. Axios News reported today that Musk has authorized his super PAC, America PAC, to deploy between 100 million to 120 million on a midterm-filled program designed to keep conservatives in power. The plan centers on turning out Republican-leading voters who often skip midterms, with heavy involvement in door-knocking, digital ads, and direct mail across at least 8 key states.
They're washing it. Oh, yeah.
The America PAC will coordinate with other right-of-center groups like Americans for Prosperity, taking advantage of looser rules on cooperation to build a unified conservative ground game. This continues a pattern from 2024 when Musk's giving made him one of the most significant individual donors in U.S. political history and helped fuel Donald Trump's return to the Oval Office. Substantively, Musk is framing this new $100 million cash push as a defensive effort. Listen to this. So closing the border, tightening voter rules, and preventing what he describes as Democrats attempting to rig the system via mass migration and eventual amnesty. His rhetoric about Democrats being evil and wanting to flood the country with illegals mirrors the nativist crisis language common in MAGA media and underscores how closely his political vision aligns with Trump's agenda. With Donald Trump back in the Oval Office and Musk already holding enormous economic and technological influence, this midterm spending signals that conservatives' control over how policy and narrative will increasingly be underwritten by one billionaire with a highly conservative ideological view on Democrats and immigration. I mean, God bless Elon Musk for helping keep America safe. I wish I could shake his hand and thank him personally. And you can see why the Democrats demonize him and hate him and shame him. He shared their playbook, exposed how they were cheating and manipulating the American public and how they were actually stealing your money and my money through USAID and fake NGOs. And now he's putting his money where his mouth is. Keep the border closed, keep the illegals out, and you control the Democrat Party. And this is amazing news from Elon. And it comes just 20 hours after the former second in command at the Democrat National Convention admits they're broke and they have no good plans to make America great again. Listen to this.
I saw the writing on the wall early on. I remember talking about some of the issues that were going on that helped to decide the election. Let's remember here, one of the main things that Chair Ken Martin ran on releasing was an autopsy report that would bring real accountability to the DNC. And that was totally fumbled, where there was no mention of Gaza, there was no mention of inflation, there was no mention of the president's age, or any actual issues that decided the election. And they couldn't even be bothered to include a conclusion in that. Then you add on top of that it's now been 18 months, and they had to put the building up as collateral, and they're $2 million in debt. And then you juxtapose that with the progressive movement and what's going on out there. It's incredibly sad to see the DNC and the committee at this point, and it could not be more clear that he's unfit to lead. We need somebody who can actually raise money and also not throw his phone at staff.
All right. Let me know in the comments. What do you think about this? I mean, you guys can tell I am like hopped up right now. I feel like I've hit like 2 Red Bulls and I'm ready to rock and roll or something. I'm so excited about this. There are so many things going our way. I just had to bring this news to you. Now listen to this. President Trump is often described as playing 5D chess. And while that could be overstated, his latest maneuver around the Todd Blanche Attorney General nomination shows real political judo. Now, 2 anti-Trump senators on the Judiciary Committee, Tom Tillis and John Cornyn, have been holding up Todd Blanche's confirmation as Attorney General over an IRS settlement that shields the Trump family from future tax audits because their taxes were leaked to the press. Now, their opposition highlights a rare moment of internal GOP resistance, with both insisting on written guarantees that the deal won't be abused before they let Blanche advance. These guys hate Trump. Trump campaigned against them and they lost. That's what this really comes down to. Now, rather than concede, Trump floated a striking countermove. He's open to temporarily withdrawing Todd Blanche's formal nomination and simply keeping him as acting attorney general until John Cornyn and Tom Tillis are forced out of Congress this January. Because Todd Blanche already holds the job in an acting capacity, pulling the nomination would...
No, Jen, you're going to get rid of Cornyn there. That going to make... hopefully it's a big plus now there in Texas.
Deprive Trump's Republican haters and critics of all the leverage while preserving Todd Blanche in the real position of power. This is a brilliant move by President Trump. In effect, Trump is signaling that if these senators won't play ball, he'll just wait them out. He'll literally sit on the bench because he's already got his star attorney general in the game. Now, this is a classic Trump move. Turn a procedural defeat into a show of dominance. Punish Republican dissenters and keep his loyalists in charge, regardless of the Senate's timetable. It pressures Tillis and Cornyn by making clear that blocking Blanche may cost them influence without actually blocking Trump. Whether or not you buy the 5D chess label, this episode shows a president who understands how to use the fine print to get the people he wants into positions of power. Again, I think it's absolutely brilliant. Now, I've been reading more and more stories about people randomly dying from blood clots. And after learning that Dr. Fauci got one after his clot shot, and Senator Lindsey Graham passed away because of blood clotting issues, I wanted to share something that's very much backed by science, and I encourage you to look this up. Now, something is happening to American hearts, and nobody in the system is warning you. Quiet microclotting, rising cardiac events, ultra-processed food making us sick, and a medical world that makes money.
A lot of them go into politics for power, too.
By managing diseases instead of preventing them. After the age of 30, your body slowly loses the ability to clear buildup inside of your blood vessels. You won't feel it, basic labs won't catch it, and nobody gets paid when your blood clears on its own, so they don't tell you about it. They literally try to control you. Now, when I was super sick, I had to personally spend $500 on a blood microscope test in order to see the problem, and it was a problem. And that's why one of the supplements you can take every...
Yeah, when I was in for the stroke, Marianne, I had a doctor that did my brain thing, take the blood clot out of my brain, and I asked him about him taking the jab. And he leaned over to me and whispered to me that he took saline. So I think a lot of them were taking saline. They were taking fake shots, not real ones. A lot of them.
Every day from Black Forest is nattokinase. It's not magic. It's not a cheat code. It's part of the hard-to-kill lifestyle. Clean up your movement, clean up your diet, stay lean, check your blood often, and be committed to your own health. Now, this 4-in-1 nattokinase formula supports circulation, cardiovascular health, recovery, and daily performance, so you're not looking good in the mirror. You're actually running like an engine that's being taken care of. Please do your own research on nattokinase because of the year for the next 4
I don't know much about this subject. Maybe everyone else does. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. I thought he had a good part in here somewhere here.
Democrat states put on the road, not knowing the road signs, not speaking a word of English. New data shows that under the Biden administration, truckers' wages actually dropped by 3%. So people actually made less.
He ended up with a heart condition, though, Marianne. So something makes me think that maybe he did take this up, but if he was smart, he wouldn't have taken it. I don't know. He ended up with the same heart condition.
Less money. Why? Because we were flooded with foreign workers taking American jobs and doing it for cheaper. Well, now President Trump has a new program as military.
Maybe he tried to take a small dose or something. I don't know. Maybe someone else snuck it in on him.
Men and women retire from service. They can be rolled right into a trucking job. They will literally make 2 to 3 times more.
Yeah, likely, John. They probably didn't. Anyone that definitely knew anything about
more money than they were making in the military. They already have the skills and they already speak English. We won't have veterans who are looking for work, dealing with mental health issues or physical health issues while they wait around for insurance. This is a huge win for our country and a huge win for soldiers as they exit.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but somehow he ended up with the same heart condition. Maybe it just naturally happened. I doubt he took a full dose. That's for sure. He claimed that he took like 8 boosters and then he caught the virus several times and all that bull crap. I don't know.
Military service. I just wanted to share that incredible news.
If they're lying 1 or 2 times, it's hard to believe anything they say.
News with you. Oh, and by the way, trucker wages are up by 7.42% under Trump. Boom. So they're getting Americans back to work. They're getting the illegals that speak no English and don't know how to drive. They're making America safe again while making our military men and women rich. It's awesome. I love it. Now, President Trump is sharpening his America First immigration agenda by targeting not just migrants, but the legal machinery that helps them stay in the country through fraudulent means. Listen to this. His administration has directed Immigration and Custom Enforcement, ICE attorneys, backed by the Department of Homeland Security and the Justice Department, to aggressively pursue civil fraud cases against law firms accused of filing false asylum applications. The message is clear. Law firms that profit by gaming the asylum system and keeping illegal immigrants in the United States longer will now face real consequences, including aggressive 6-figure fines. A DHS memo instructed ICE to use existing anti-fraud statutes to go after anyone who knowingly prepares or files falsified immigration benefit applications, including attorneys and law firms. Under these rules, the government can issue notice of intent to fine and seek penalties that can reach hundreds of thousands of dollars, along with cease and desist orders and potential disciplinary referrals. In practice, That means a single law firm handling hundreds of fake claims can be hit with a 6-figure fine for making fraudulent asylum claims. It's no longer a lucrative business keeping illegals in the country longer than they should be. If you're not supposed to be here, you have to go. And if your lawyer is falsifying documents, they're going to be hit with a $500,000 fine. Now,
they can go to jail too.
Trump and his team are framing this crackdown as part of the broader promise. Put American workers and taxpayers first by closing loopholes that
and by requiring them to have American workers, real wages go up, not just by inflation. The real value of the money you're making goes up because it's not inflationary.
Allow illegal immigrants to remain in the country based on fabricated stories. By going after the lawyers and the law firms that systematize fraud, the Trump administration is trying to deter future abuse, speed up removal, and ensure that asylum systems serve genuine persecution cases rather than exploiting a backdoor, long-term, unlawful system. This is amazing. This is America first, and I wanted to bring it to your guys' attention. Boom. Oh, lots of good stuff today, right? The Democrats are going down. Trump's doing incredible stuff for the country. Hey, if you found value in this video.
Yep. All right, the next one I tried to find the one I had at one time. It was about these Jewish pedophiles. They tend to be the Orthodox Jews, the older ones that wear the white thing, that are very strict Jewish people that were kind of like the little young boys type things. But I've also had this similar one. So this is similar. This is in Pakistan, actually. But just substitute this somewhat for the older Jew dudes, you know, the ones with the black things on their head or whatever they are. I don't know what they're called. So I wanted you to see this. That's a young boy. That's a young boy. This happens to be in Pakistan. But in these closed door things, they've done this in some of the Orthodox Jew places. What are those little black things that wear, John, on top of their head, like a beanie thing? Or something. I don't know exactly what it's called, but anyways, it tells you that they tend to be Orthodox, the old style Jew. The younger generation isn't so much like that. Oh, there's still some being brought up that way. I'm sure. How are these guys getting turned on by this boy, young boy? This one's not real young, you know, like at like 7 or something. But yeah, boys for fun. The women are for beating the children. Yeah, that and the goats. That and the goats, John. I couldn't find that one I played before. I know I probably deleted it because I played it a few times about the Orthodox Jews, especially in New York City. They had some of these tunnels between the different buildings underneath the streets and stuff like that, from one building to the other. And they had like young boys. They tend to like young boys, I guess, is what I know. So anyways, if I remember, I didn't label this one well. It was from Kennedy. It was about a military serviceman, I think, if I remember correctly.
Okay, found another jackass. And this is supposedly this Indian female that ran into this veteran. He's not active duty. He's a veteran, because I've seen another couple of videos by this idiot who apparently got some green card within 2 months after she met this fool. And I don't know, he looks kind of off, but whatever. So, you know, here's just another okie doke that foreigners are pulling on America to try to get here and stay here because the other doors are being slammed shut. Check this out.
Look at his badges.
Yes, I know what they are, bitch.
US Army में काम करने के 3 benefits.
What?
First is free education for life.
Yes, free.
for the entire country, any school, and they'll pay you $1,000 a month to go to school.
Second is healthcare.
Free healthcare from the VA for any issues for life at any facility across the country.
The VA does not see spouses, you fat, stupid loser. The VA does not. I'm a military Gold Star widow. I can't go to the VA because I'm not the veteran. But I'll let you keep lying to yourself.
Third is buying a house.
Literally, all you have to do is pay for the paperwork of $140 and the keys to the house. You do not have to pay the usual 20% down as a veteran.
Which is almost 13,000 rupees और आप घर खरीद सकते हो.
If you like this and you want more, comment below.
Okay, so he's in the wrong. If he's a veteran, he needs to be investigated because he is advertising benefits for veterans that they earned to foreigners to just come here and take advantage of by way of marriage. That is fraud, stupid. You look like you're kind of slow anyway. And for your chubby wife, she needs to be booted on up out of here because clearly you're advertising it like it's a fucking travel brochure. You're not in love. Look at all his badges. Yeah, I know what they are. I know what they all mean. Oh my God, this is insane. So the doors to all of these H-1B visas, these all these other visas and these ways that these individuals are coming here and staying here for over extended periods of time, those doors are being closed. I am so grateful for Secretary Marco Rubio and Secretary War, and I am definitely going to make sure that they are tagged in every single video like this I see. Yeah, I know some of them people will say, oh, that's a fake video. That's a fake video. No, I don't think it's very fake. Even if these two people are fake, the concept and what needs to be looked out for is a bunch of foreign bitches all of a sudden showing up in the DEERS system. Nope. You ain't, nope, not on my watch, bitch. Not on my watch. Our soldiers do not need you succubus foreign whores coming here just to steal their benefits, drain them dry after they've served their country. Go somewhere else. So this is something that we need to watch out for because I'm seeing these individuals that were mostly, they're Indian. That's just a fact. That's not racist. That's a fact. That worked for tech companies, but the tech companies have cut them off because it's costing them too much to keep them here. So they're saying, you know, I'm warning you ahead of time, these programs are being shut down. They're being shut down. The doors are being shut. You got students that have been over here since 2000 that have been students the whole time. How are they getting all this money? Oh yeah, through FAFSA. Our federal tax money is paying for these foreigners who are illegal, even if they got a visa back when they arrived. Their visa has long expired. So I am going to make sure that your rotten little schemes, you nasty whores, is not going to go anywhere. This is yet another way that illegal foreigners are trying to stay in this country or trying to get here. It's all another fraud. It's more leering centers, just in a different way through the military. It's got to be stopped.
Yep. So the New York City mayor is doxing anyone who's wealthy so he can get all his minions to go after him because they're wealthy, to harass them and all that kind of stuff. Watch this.
Headline from the Washington Times this week. Mamdani property database sparks doxing and safety fears. Well, you think? Interesting. Mayor Zoran Mamdani, Mohammed. His administration has published a searchable database naming and list. I ain't got my glasses on. Don't play with me. The listing the addresses of wealthy New York City property owners who may owe the city's new pied-à-terre tax. You seem French. Drawing criticism from real estate groups and Republican strategists who say that the move creates serious privacy and safety risks. Jeez. So I suppose late last week, early this week, Muhammad got on there and said, I think social media, I think I may have seen the post where he's told the people, wealthy people of New York City, oh, check your mailbox, you've got mail. You're going to have a letter that tells you you're going to be responsible for this extra tax because you have extra properties or you live in a property that's worth more money. And that means, he's a commie and a jihadi. So, that's what commies do. They seize the means of production. That is literally one of the tenets of communism, is to seize all property. And y'all dumb bastards voted him in. What did you think was going to happen? Were you so enraptured by the free shit? Is that it? The grocery stores, the 5 boroughs and the city-run grocery stores? Yeah. My daughter used to shop at this place in Kansas City called Sunfresh. Sunfresh ain't there no more. Know why? Because it was a city-run grocery store chain. They had a few, spread throughout the city, and they didn't make it. Know why? Because it's communism, it's socialism. And people kept stealing. She used to tell me about that all the time. People were stealing shit. She'd just sit there and watch people walk out with a bunch of groceries they didn't pay for. And, they just couldn't keep the food on the shelves. And, oh, yeah, that's right. They ran out of other people's money. Margaret Thatcher said that so famously. But for some reason, you people, you dumb, idiotic liberals think this communism is a little better than the other communism. I don't know. I know the whole Mao thing. Yeah, I know all the flowers and the Great Leap Forest. Yeah, I know. But it's going to work this time because it's Muhammad. Yeah, okay. Dude, he's publishing your private address online. Do you know what this does? This is when things like, I don't know, the head of United Healthcare got gunned down like 2 blocks from his house. That's what happens. You get all these psychotic fucking commies that are already pissed off because they're paying all these high prices. They're getting kicked out of their apartments. They're in their 20s and 30s. They can't buy a house. They can't even stay in their apartment. And they're getting madder and madder and madder and more angry at, the rich. Oh, tax the rich. You got that dumb AOC. Oh my God, like tax the rich. Oh my God, yeah, I'm for the working people. Tax the rich. While the stupid whore is running around in a $3,500 suit and Christian Louboutin shoes. Bitch, I know them shoes. Oh, but wealth and privilege for me, but not for thee. He is publishing your private address online for these angry, pissy little petulant children types to come to your address and burn your fucking house down. But you voted for this, remember? Because my diversity and shit. This is the worst mistake New York has ever made. I thought Cuomo was bad. God, dog. I thought he was bad, sitting there eating.
Maybe they should both share a cell. Cuomo was the one that pushed the jab real bad and put all the old people back in the nursing homes after they got sick.
Hamburger and fries and offering free cheeseburgers for COVID jabs. This Muhammad.
Weren't they desperate to get that crap into people? Oh my God.
This dude, y'all ain't ready for what's happening and for what's coming. But congratulations, at least. You've done your DEI homework. See what happens.
let's see, I got about 6 minutes at the top of the hour. I want to play this one. This is about 6 days old, but it's about the regime, Iranian regime, turning on each other inside. I had a report on that I was going to play. I got a couple other clips too. Well, wait a minute. I'm going to do another little short one first. Let me do the short one, then I'll do that 6-minute one. This says, watch close. She's talking about, now you don't see this, I'm just giving you a heads up. She's talking about her 10-month-old baby. She's Christian. She's in an African country which has been forced to be Muslim now. They cut her little 10-month-old baby in half because he was Christian.
Lisa speaks first.
I know the volume's low. If I had Hawa on, she probably could understand this. She was from Liberia. She's a Christian. Months old. You didn't just kill him, cut him in half. They actually have no morals. I don't know. It'd be tough to be a Christian over there, I tell you that. It would be really tough. All right, I'm going to end with this one. This is about them fighting, infighting inside the regime. Now, this is about 6 days old, but...
Iran said the enemy was outside the gates. Turns out it is inside the palace itself. Iran spent months trading missiles with the United States of America, Israel, and the Gulf region. It buried a supreme leader killed in an airstrike. It signed a ceasefire, a memorandum of understanding with Washington. And through all of that, the regime held, or at least it looked like it did. But peel back the curtain in Tehran right now, and you will find something far more dangerous than a foreign war. A civil war of loyalty. Hardliners accusing the men running the country of a soft coup. A supreme leader who hasn't been seen in public since the day his father died. And officials being pelted with rocks, not by Americans, but by their own people. Hello and welcome. I am Nikita Kapoor and you are watching Decoded. And in this episode, viewers, we decode how Iran's regime has turned on itself now. Every regime needs a ritual of unity. A funeral is usually that ritual in these situations. But as President Masoud Pezeshkian walked alongside the coffin of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, if you remember, Iran's supreme leader earlier this month, something happened that Iranian state media did not want you to see very clearly. Mourners around him did not chant for the martyr. They chanted at Pezeshkian himself. Death to the compromiser, they said. And it got worse for the man standing next to him. Iran's top diplomat, Abbas Araghchi, the one who actually sat across the table from the Americans and signed the ceasefire deal, had to be pulled out of his own leader's funeral. A mob threw rocks at him. They called him a traitor. Now that was just the beginning, viewers. Into that vacuum has stepped Iran's most hardline faction ever, the Paydari Front, sometimes called the Super Revolutionaries. Think of them as the regime's ideological antibodies, the people who once literally burned a copy of the 2015 nuclear deal on the floor of the parliament because they thought it was too soft on the West. Their accusation now is explosive, that Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian, negotiator Abbas Araghchi, and Parliamentary Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf are using Mojtaba Khamenei's absence to quietly seize control in Iran, sidelining the Supreme Leader's office and the parliament itself, all while cutting a deal with Washington the old guard sees as national humiliation. One hardline lawmaker put it bluntly on social media, warning the public that a coup might already be underway in Iran. Pezeshkian and Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf have pushed back hard, insisting every step of the negotiation was cleared by the Supreme Leader's office. But here is the problem with that defense, viewers. Nobody can actually verify it because the one man whose word would settle the argument has not said a word in public in the last 5 months. Iran analysts describe it simply with no access to Mojtaba. The visible trio, Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf, Masoud Pezeshkian, Abbas Araghchi, are effectively running the country by default. And the hardliners, watching their revolutionary project bend toward compromise with America, have decided that is unforgivable. Here is the thing about a fractured Iranian leadership, viewers. It doesn't stay inside Iran's borders. This is a regime that still controls proxy networks from Lebanon to Yemen, sits on one shore of the Strait of Hormuz, and holds sway over a chunk of the world's oil trade. A leadership locked in an internal power struggle is a leadership that is harder to predict, harder to negotiate with, we're seeing that right now, and more tempted to prove its toughness through external aggression. Because nothing unites a fracturing regime like a common enemy. So here is Iran's real story right now. Not a nation united against outside enemies, but a leadership divided over how to survive them. A supreme leader nobody has seen till now. A president accused of treason by his own hardliners, and a region watching to see which version of Iran walks out of this. The one that compromised or the one that never forgives compromise. Because in revolutions, the most dangerous enemy was never really the one outside the gates. It was always the one holding the other set of the keys. I am Nikita Kapoor. This was Decoded, and we will be watching Tehran very closely so you don't have to. Until then, what do you think about it? Tell us in the comment section below.
I I do talk to people from all over the world because I used to be part of catching ISIS people, these sick idiots, and I do have people everywhere, Indonesia, everywhere, and I talk to them. And there's people in Indonesia that are Muslim, that are against these sickos, that think that it's harming their religion and all that kind of stuff. So I do talk to these sickos, you know, and even in Egypt, you know, they're Muslim because they were born that way. They were born into a Muslim thing, but they don't believe this crap. You know what I mean? Tends to be the Shia ones that are real extreme. And I tend to talk to the women because the guys believe in this lying thing to get what they want thing, you know, kind of thing. Not so much in the Kurdish community, but the rest of the Muslim communities. So it takes you a long time to build up trust of any of them, you know. So they were the ones, a lot of them, that were turning them into me. And I was turning them into the FBI, and they were getting caught and turned in and stuff like that. We got found, I think Marianne mentioned someone in Jersey, and it was in Jersey City where we caught the ones that were going to try to kill my wife because they thought it was my wife's, because I was using my wife's Facebook a lot of times to see their messages and stuff like that. So, I mean, and I still had the test accounts, but in order to do certain things, you had to have a real account to do certain things, to see certain things. And so someone at Facebook told them that that account was peeking into their messages. And he got suspended for a while. I don't know if he got fired, but they tried to come after my wife's car and stuff like that. So, and the FBI picked him up then. And they were planning on killing a bunch of people at the time. Long story. I'll tell you some other time. God bless everyone.